When one thinks of a paladin, one usually thinks of, having a paladin astride a majestic horse, maybe a white horse, brown horse, black horse, whatever. Or maybe some more mythological creature like a griffin, maybe a small dragon, or maybe a pegasus, among many others. And there are spells in the Dungeons and Dragons Paladins repertoire that they can summon steeds for that. But there are none that really, help embody the bond that the two have until now. Hello, welcome back, or welcome to DIS. I am Dissidia, and you are hearing me speak again, or for the first time. Whichever it is, welcome, welcome, welcome. And today we are going to go to do some, a review of a new Paladin subclass called the Oath of the Steed, kind of a bond between the Paladin and his steed, and maybe some other companions, animals that he befriends along the way, which should be really fun. So, without further ado, let's get in. Alright, Oath of the Steed, a subclass for the bond between warrior and mount. I do not have the author. Let's see, Artem Bank, Metallic Sun Medium. Cool. Oath of the Steed. The Oath of the Steed is a bond between a paladin and their most trusted companion, their mount. These paladins value all life and share connection with animals that transcends time and space. They steep in the base instincts of life and give in to their inhibitions, but also seek to show compassion and kindness to those deserving and judgment to those who are not. Tenets of the Steed. The tenets of the Oath of the Steed always drive a paladin forward. Loyalty. Those that take care of you and stand by your side deserve your loyalty in return. Cohesive and complementary relationships are the secret to a happy life. Perseverance. The path of life sometimes mimics that of roads that lie ahead. There can be smooth and simple stretches or rocky and impassable terrain. No matter the difficulty ahead, one that tries can overcome anything. Kindness. Creatures, especially those that cannot fend for themselves or understand the complexities of civilized society, should always be at the receiving end of our compassion. No living being should be treated or seen as an object or tool. Intolerance. Those that violate a creature's innocence or cause undue harm through malice or ignorance shall feel the wrath they deserve in kind, whether by the word or the sword. Very cool, very cool. I like those tenets. Oath spells. You gain oath spells at the paladin levels listed. Paladin's levels spells. At 3rd level you get Speak with Animals and Zephyr Strike. At 5th level you get Beast Sense and Locate Animals or Plants. And at 9th level you get Haste and Thunderstep. At 13th level, Dominate Beast and Freedom of Movement. And at 17th level, Awaken and Steel Wind's Strike. Channel Divinity. When you take this oath at 3rd level, you gain the following 2 Channel Divinity options. Trusty Steed. As an action, you cast Find Steed without expending any spell slots by using your Channel Divinity. At 11th level, you may cast Find Greater Steed without expending any spell slots by using your Channel Divinity. Well, I like that idea. Add your proficiency bonus to the Steed's AC, attack rolls, and damage rolls, as well as to any saving throws and skills it is proficient in. Cool. Its hit point maximum equals its normal maximum, or 4 times your paladin level, whichever is higher. Very cool. Like any creature, the beast can spend hit dice during a short rest. Very cool. Soulbind Steed. As an action, you can bind the soul of your steed to you or your equipment. Using this ability causes any steed bonded to you by Find Steed or Find Greater Steed to disappear. You choose one of the following benefits. Legs/boots. Your speed increases by 15 feet and your jump distance and height are doubled. At 11th level, you also gain a fly speed equal to your current walking speed. Okay, cool. Body/armor. You gain +1 AC. At 11th level, you would also gain an additional +1 AC. Very cool. And weapon. You gain +1 to attack and damage rolls with that weapon, and it is considered magical. At 11th level, you may either empower a second weapon or increase a single weapon's attack and damage rolls with an additional +1. I like that. That's really cool. Casting Find Steed, Find Greater Steed, or using this ability again ends the current effect. Very cool. Aura of the Banner. Starting at 7th level, friendly creatures other than your steed within 10 feet of you can take the dash action as a bonus action while you are conscious. Additionally, you all have advantage on saving throws and checks made to avoid falling off your mount. If you fall off your mount and descend no more than 10 feet, you can land on your feet if you're not incapacitated. Mounting or dismounting a creature costs you only 5 feet of movement rather than half your speed. Finally, the range of this and your other paladin orders increases to 30 feet when mounted on your bound steed. Cool. At 18th level, the range of this and your other paladin auras increases to 30 feet and 60 feet when mounted on your bound steed. Very cool. Bound steed is probably your USD steed, or using Find Steed or Find Greater Steed, I would think. That is cool. Full speed charge. Beginning at 15th level, your speed and ferocity manifest as pure strength, whether you're mounted or not. If you move at least 15 feet in a straight line, but right before attacking a creature, and then hit it with a melee weapon attack on the same turn, roll the weapon's damage dice twice and add them together. Rolls kind of like a critical. If you are mounted on your bound steed and use this feature, the target must succeed on a strength saving throw, DC 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your bound steed's strength modifier, interesting, or be knocked prone. You can use this feature only once on each of your turns. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your charisma modifier, minimum of once, and you regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. Very cool. And finally, Soul Cavalry. At 20th level, as an action, you can shout and extend your bound steed's soul to your allies. Every friendly creature within your paladin aura gains the benefits of one of your channeled divinities for 1 minute. You choose the steed they receive if they cast Find Steed or Find Greater Steed, or which benefit they would receive from Soulbind Steed. Cool. After using this feature, you can't do so again until you finish a long rest. That is really cool. I really, really enjoy this. But also onto the review itself. Pardon me, sorry. I should have started after I come. But, you know, whatever. But onto the review itself. The story of, you know, getting that bond between the paladin and their steed and then and their mount, and then kind of extending that to valuing all life and those and animals, and also kind of showing compassion to all life and judgment to those who, you know, are not deserving, who, you know, hurt any living creatures, either by ignorance or you know, actually doing it, so passively or actively hurting other people. That's cool. So that's probably, yeah, any kind of abuse, verbal, physical, mental, psychological, all that fun stuff. And I would say you can maybe make that to be not just creatures and like animals, but also other people. I really like that idea. And it kind of, so it's more than just, you know, I've got this connection with my steed and that's it. I like that it's more, you know, more encompassing than just, you know, they're a loner or whatever with her steed, and they talk to their steed, and they're fine with that. But oath spells, they all let's see here. Speak with animals, that makes sense. Zephyr Strike, that's kind of cool, just getting more damage and speeding and stuff. That's cool. Beast Sense and locate animals or plants makes sense. Haste and Thunderstep. Thunderstep would make sense more with Mount. Haste, that can make sense too. Dominate Beast and Freedom of Movement, those both make sense. Awaken, that's a really interesting idea, but it also makes a lot of sense. Steel Wind Strike, that's very powerful, but very cool. Channel Divinity options, I really like them because there's one that you can use your Channel Divinity to cast Find Steed, and then at higher levels find Greater Steed. And if you use your Channel Divinity for this, they have better AC, attack and damage, better saving throws and skills, and maybe better hit points. It really doesn't matter. But that's cool, using, at least expending a resource to get a better steed. It's really cool. And then you can and then the other one is, I think, is dependent on you having a Find Steed or Find Greater Steed. And in that it causes it to disappear, and then you have additional effects that you can choose for, maybe increase speed, or at higher levels, flying speed, which is cool, or increased AC, or increased AC at higher levels, or increased damage and making a magical weapon or two, or a stronger magical weapon at higher levels. And it looks like it's kind of a passive done until you use it to actually get a steed. So I like it that you can be a mounted combatant, or you don't have to be. Aura of the Banner, basically anybody within 10 feet of you, or that is not your steed, can use a dash action as a bonus action. And it's harder for you to fall off your mount, and it's easier for you to mount or dismount. And if you're on your steed, if you are mounted to your bound steed, the aura increases to 30 feet and then to 60 feet at higher levels. I'm not sure if for other paladins, is it like 10 and 20? Or 15 and 30? I'm just gonna see here. Aura, it's 10 feet and then it's 30 feet. Just gonna look at some other ones, making sure. 5 feet. 10 feet and 30 feet. So it's usually 10 feet and 30 feet. So here's just increasing it more, but it's dashing as a bonus action. I don't think that's incredibly powerful to have it increased. The aura is increased. It just lets you, have more people take advantage of it. Full speed charge. So charging forward and basically giving you an auto crit, kind of. Your weapons damage dice is rolled twice. So if you smite, this regular smite, it's just your weapons damage. Although, yeah, I would just say that. And then if you're mounted, they also make a strength saving throw using your steed strength score, which is interesting. Kind of encouraging you to have a better steed. And then, or they're prone, and you can only do this feature once on each of your turns, and you have a limited pool equal to your charisma modifier, which is nice. Soul Cavalry, that's really cool. Usually it's like an action, and you become like a better like an idealized version of yourself. But here, you can basically extend your Steed soul to others, gaining benefits of your channel divinity. And I think it's your choice of who gets what. You can choose a Steed, and if they cast Find Steed or Find Greater Steed, or which benefit they would receive from Soulbind Steed, which is cool. So you can give, your mage caster a Find Greater Steed of like a Pegasi, so they're in the air, so they're easier to, not die. And it's for a minute, and then maybe your barbarian, you have a better AC, and then your monk is, has the legs, and then your fighter has the weapon. I mean, if you're 2-weapon fighting, they can do 2. Stuff like that, that's cool. You can't do it until you finish a long rest. I really like that. It's a unique idea of the other paladins' manifestations or whatever. Cut here. Wonderful. Because it decided to stop going. But I was saying just anything that's overpowered or underpowered. I was saying that it's cool. It helps strengthen everyone in the group within your paladin aura. Cool. So it's 30 feet or 60 feet if you're on your Steed, which is cool. Anything I would say, aura of the banner maybe a little. The aura itself maybe a touch underpowered, but I think that's fine. I really like this idea. And having it that you don't have to have your Steed, but there are some good things to have with your Steed. Yeah. And let's see here. It's really not close to any official paladin subclass, which is cool. It shouldn't be any other subclass. The closest thing with this would be like I think the fighter Cavalier. And that needs a Steed, which I don't think it provides, but that's fine. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. This is really cool. I'd love to see it in play. Comment down below what your thoughts on it. If you think that anything should be changed, anything should be balanced better. Let's see, what else? Of course, keep in mind my sister D&D inspired bar idea whenever that comes through. Continue checking out my streams. I'm doing more of Neverwinter, of course, and going through, finishing up a little bit on Star Wars, Lego Star Wars, which is fun. And then check out my next video where we're doing the lore crafting around this paladin subclass, which should be really interesting. And then next subclass we're going on to the Ranger, and this one is an interesting one. It's called the Revised Beast Ranger. So someone made or Beastmaster. So someone saw the kind of flaws of or the weaknesses of the Beastmaster Ranger and came up with their own, which should be interesting. I'll definitely do some comparisons and stuff there. Anything else? Not that I can think of. Of course, like, comment, subscribe, share if you want to. Email me if you want to be a part of my team or whatever. Previous episode, channel subscription. I think this is about it. I will see you guys in the next video where we do lore crafting around this subclass. Alright, see you guys later. This idiot out.